In today's winning plate, we're talking about going green in your kitchen. UPMC dietitian Leslie Bonci is here with some great ideas just in time for Earth Day on April 22nd. Good morning, Leslie.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm great. This is so fun because we've been talking about this in so many different aspects. So you can do it in eating too.
And you can. And you know, people might be green with envy with some of those luxury cars, or some people wrote checks for lots of green yesterday to the IRS.
Oh, yeah.
But now we're bringing the green back home. And people are really buying into this concept. Literally, it is so important because, you know, this is where we live and we all really need to do our part. So one of the cool things when we go into the grocery store is, are there things out there that are truly green? Now, it has more to do than the color. It's actually when we're looking things that are locally grown, organic, and one of the nice things about that is we're seeing them everywhere. And there's a couple of brands. Earthbound is one of them. You know, things that say organic on them. Cascadian Farms is another one. We've got some frozen meals that are organic. And interestingly, a lot of them really are more plant-based, because if you're going to be green, then the plants kind of need to be in your diet a little bit more.
Okay.
And then also, you're certainly looking at bean and green, bean green together, or using beans as a way of doing this. Some of the dairies that are out there that are a little bit more green. And then also we've got juices. And this is actually a pretty cool one. These are some new ones out. They're called First Juice, and they're for kids, and they're actually lower sugar, and they have vegetables in them. So it's kind of a half the sugar, a apple, carrot, or banana carrot, and recyclable.
Do they taste good? So
and
kids
they
don't
taste
think
great.
they're drinking carrots.
And they don't know, because it's really got the sweet taste, but it also has vitamin A, C, calcium, and recyclable. So that's a pretty cool thing.
Nice. Oh,
and
that's cool.
this is really important because not only what it is you're eating, but are there ways to maybe get rid of some of the excess packaging. So, and I pack lunch for still my 18-year-old who obviously cannot do it himself. And so when we are looking at being green, even there, people buy the little snack bags and this and that, and we're just creating more in the landfill. So you can actually use something that is. I mean, this one is good. You can use it over again. We'll give you a little bit more elegant. Why have to use paper all the time?
Which, again, is more trash.
Napkin, exactly. And every one of us has in our home forks and spoons that we can actually recycle, bring home. And instead of wrapping the sandwich in plastic or in wax paper, put it in there. You can bring it back home again. It doesn't get messy. Snacks and the same thing. And incidentally, what's going into the lunchbox, hopefully something that's going to be fruit, vegetable more. Even if people do wraps, we can mix more of the vegetables into it. Doing these things, it is amazing the difference that it will have on the environment. The other thing is, when we're home, is thinking about one-pot meals, pressure cookers, crock-pots. If you can, use your microwave more than you use your range, because you actually emit less heat. There are little things that we do.
Well, and the thing is now, especially like with all these groceries, a lot of people would say, oh, I don't want to do it because it's too hard. It's not that hard anymore.
It is not that hard anymore. And incidentally, the other thing we can do is, when we go to the grocery store, bring along your own canvas bag to bring things home. And actually, Whole Foods, they've gotten rid of plastic bags, so they are no longer an option. It is paper only. If we all do our part a little bit, it is absolutely unbelievable. And not only is it doing things for the environment, but quite frankly, when we do it for our bodies, I mean, it is healthy, all of us. It is healthier kids across the board at the end of the day.
Well, and remind me again what organic means.
When we're looking at organic can mean lots of different things. Number one, grown without pesticides. I mean, that is one of the things. If it's meat products or dairy food, then it is not having the hormone antibiotics added. And quite frankly, some of those things are a little bit more labor intensive. So without them, we're actually doing things that are better for the environment and possibly better for our bodies as well.
And would you say prices are getting a little bit closer for organic versus traditional?
They are. And one of the other things, especially in the summertime, we're talking about physical activity, grow a garden. I mean, that's a wonderful activity with kids as well. And if you're doing that, you don't have to do it with pesticides. You're doing it, you're getting it out of the ground, the physical activity, you're enjoying what you eat. And yes, and that's certainly cheaper. But even when you look in the summertime and spring, use the local farmer market, because that's a wonderful way. If you go to the farmer's market, you're also going to get things more economically, or maybe share with other people. All these things together, we're all doing our part.
And you're supporting local too.
And you're supporting local. Absolutely.
All right, I'm bringing my cloth napkin tomorrow. I packed 3 paper ones today. Great idea. Easy way to do it.
Excellent.
Thank you, Leslie.
You are welcome.
And if you've got a question for Leslie Bonci, just email her. She may use your question for a future segment, and you can reach her through kdka.com on our Pittsburg Today live page. And remember to watch for Leslie and the winning plate every Wednesday right here on Pittsburg Today Live.